Once again, we do ask everyone, please stay behind that yellow line while we are turning the locomotive. There will be a little bit of an overhang with that front coupler passing over those safety ropes right there in front of you.
If you want to get right back here, we'll kind of get a photo.
Yeah.
Yeah, right about there. Good.
Yep, here comes 4501 onto the turntable at TVRM's East End shop.
Now, the locomotive pulling your train today is the world famous Southern Railway 4501, being built in 1911 by the Baldwin Locomotive Company for the Southern Railway as a freight hauling locomotive. Now, this locomotive would be on the Southern Railway up until 1948, where it was purchased by the Kentucky and Tennessee Railway, a small coal hauling freight line located in Stearns, Kentucky. It would be there until the 1960s when one of our founding members, Mr. Paul Merriman, would actually purchase this locomotive with money from his own pocket at $5,000 scrap value. We were running it to Chattanooga to the Tennessee Valley Railroad Museum on its own power on the Southern Railway main line, and eventually would kick off what would then be known as the Southern Railway Steam Program. Well, not only is 4501 and our other steam locomotive, number 630, but other steam locomotives in preservation at that time would do special passenger trips on the Southern Railway main line, and that would last up until the early 1990s. 4501 is what we call a 282 Mikado style locomotive, 282 being the wheel arrangement, 2 small wheels in the front, 8 large driving wheels, and 2 small wheels underneath the cabin firebox. This is still an authentic coal burning locomotive, burning coal in the firebox directly in front of the cab of the locomotive, with that heat passing through the boiler, creating steam that comes down to the large cylinders and pistons located on the front of the locomotive. Those pistons and cylinders then turn the rods that are connected to the driving wheels, turning the wheels and giving us our traction power. This locomotive still operates almost exactly the same way as it did in 1911, with just a few little modern day upgrades between here and there. Now, to get the locomotive on the other side of the train to pull us back to Grand Junction, we are going to line the turntable up with track number 2. Our coaches are still on track 1 in front of the East Chattanooga Depot. We'll then line the turntable up with track number 2. The locomotive will then go past our coaches, going through a switch. That switch will be thrown back for track 1, and they will back up and couple up to the other end of the train, allowing it to pull us back to Grand Junction.
Here she goes, everyone. Oh, big one. Departing again.
And there you have it, folks, our 1911 steam locomotive and our 1916 turntable.